Start your day with purpose. Let your soul awake. On the daily ride, find strength for every step you take. A journey with Jesus, discovering your true name. His love lights your path, no day is ever the same. The daily ride, let your heart be free. Devotion every day for you and me. Understanding grows, faith comes alive, step by step with Jesus.
Hey Trail Riders, welcome back to the Daily Ride. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we're going to be talking about lessons from number 13, self-image and faith. Numbers 13 verse 33 is our focal passage, and it says, There we saw the Nephilim, or the giants, the son of Anak, who came from the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Moses sends out 12 scouts, and in Numbers 13 we see this account. As the Israelites neared the border of the land that God had promised them, Moses was instructed to send out 12 men, one from each tribe, each to explore Canaan. These scouts were tasked with assessing the land, its peoples, cities, agriculture, and fortifications. Their mission was not just to gather information, but also to build faith and anticipation among the people for the inheritance God had set them up for. When the 12 returned from their 40 days, their report was mixed. 10 of the men brought back what Scripture says an evil report, Numbers 13 verse 32. They admitted that the land was bountiful, flowing with milk and honey, but their focus shifted to the obstacles. The land is good, but there are giants in it. They spoke of fortified cities and powerful residents, painting a picture of an overwhelming challenge. Most tellingly, they described themselves as grasshoppers, expressing a sense of deep inadequacy and fear, believing they were insignificant and incapable of overcoming their adversaries. Their words reflected not only their assessment, but the situation. Their words reflected not only the assessment of the situation, but also how they perceived themselves and how they believed others saw them. The impact and fear of fear and self-image. The fear of the giants in the fortified cities gripped the hearts of the Israelites, paralyzing them and causing them to forget the miracles God had performed in the past, how He had delivered them from Egypt, parted the Red Sea, and provided for them in the wilderness. Instead of trusting in God's faithfulness, they allowed their anxieties to dominate their thinking. Ultimately, it was not the giants themselves who defeated the Israelites, but their own poor self-image and lack of faith. They magnified the power of the enemy and minimized the power of their God. By focusing solely on the giants, they lost sight of God's presence and His promises, forgetting that He had already assured them of victory. Their decision to see themselves as weak and incapable led them to a forfeit of the blessings that God had in store. This episode serves as a powerful reminder that our perception of ourselves, especially when shaped by fear, can be more limiting than an external obstacle. Faith requires us to view our circumstances through the lens of God's power, not our own limitations. Faith and proper attitude. Unlike the other scouts, Joshua and Caleb trusted God and believed that they could conquer the land, remembering His faithfulness and relying on His promises. Their attitude of faith set them apart, allowing them to enter into the promised land and showing the importance of aligning our thoughts and actions with God's truth instead of fear. God's promise and our attitude. The fulfillment of God's promises depends on our faith-filled attitude. Those who trust God and see themselves as capable and loved can receive His blessings, while those who focus on fear and doubt may miss out. Facing challenges with faith helps us to step into the abundant life God has promised us. God does not have a bad attitude toward you. Don't have one toward yourself. Our final thought comes to us today from Mark 7:34, which says, "Looking up to heaven, He sighed." Stork had this to say about this passage. "Too often we sigh and look within. Jesus sighed and looked without. We sigh and look down. Jesus sighed and looked up. We sigh and look to earth. Jesus sighed and looked to heaven. We sigh and look to man. Jesus sighed and looked to God." God bless you guys. I hope you'll continually follow me here on the Daily Ride, and I'll see you on the next trail ride.
The Daily Ride. Let your heart be free. Devotion every day.